What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Yeah. Check this out, man. I'm letting y'all know. I try to let everybody know that we got 4 YouTube channels. This is a brand new YouTube channel, and one of my channels have over 500,000 subscribers. So I say that to let you know that I think that qualifies me to do to teach YouTube. That way we can skip all that negativity. That's one thing. Oh my God, I'm messing all up, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to get into this video because this video right here, it says the 4 stages of YouTube growth. That's Growth Formula. So after this intro, let's check it out.
Growth's got a formula most never learn. You don't need luck or talent, structure is earned. If you're ready to build and you know it's your turn, start with the 4 free videos, earn as you learn. Click on the more below to sign up.
That's right, guys. Hey, y'all can look in our description. I don't know to call it the description or the more button, and look and sign up for the 4 free videos that will give you a bird's eye view of everything that the reason why I started a YouTube channel, why you should work a YouTube channel and all that good stuff. But anyway, check this out. The 4 stages of YouTube growth. Where are you? The 4 stages. Let me see. If you're a very beginner, first of all, you should, the first very stage. I never seen this video, this first time reaction. I always like to do first time reactions. So your very first stage should be clarity. Let's see if he's right with that. After that, then structure. You gotta be clear on what the heck you're gonna do in the first place before you even start building a ship. If you're gonna be on water, no, we're gonna be on land. Why we build a ship? Anyway, clarity is number 1. In our course, we teach clarity first. We got a 7-day system that gives you clarity, a 7-day clarity system that makes sure you're not guessing. You don't want to guess at this. Once you get rid of guessing, you're good to go. Anyway, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's see if he's right. Here we go.
As you look over the YouTube landscape, it's easy to think that you're not doing as well as everyone else and that you're nowhere near where you feel you should be. But for a lot of you, that probably isn't true. vidIQ recently released some data after analyzing 65 million channels to see how everyone stacks up against each other. And honestly, the results are quite surprising. So we're going to unpack those results here, walking through the 4 common stages of YouTube channels and how they realistically grow, as well as the best route to turning your channel into a business that supports you. And just quickly, if you are new here, hello, my name is Daniel. I'm a corporate worker turned entrepreneur who was able to create lifestyle freedom by turning my love of motorcycles into an education business. And this channel is here solely to help other educators do the same thing. Okay, so the first stage I'm calling getting started, with the first goal of being to hit 100 subscribers.
Okay, so far so good. I think this is, hey, that's exciting, man. My man is doing motorcycle. That's something very unique that I never even thought of as far as the YouTube channel. Here we go.
At this stage, the common advice is to jump in and start creating. And there is some truth to that because it is going to help you build your video creation skills. But there's one very important step you have to take early on, and that's defining what you want to be aiming for. Many creators will just start creating content, which is great, but because they don't really know what they're aiming for or what they want their channel and business to be, their key success metric is views, and they become very reactive to them in the process. Now, more views isn't necessarily a bad thing, but chasing views can easily lead you to create content that doesn't build the business you want or need, and it might even mean that you create content that you don't want to create either. So at this stage, or any stage if you've not done it yet, is to define what you want your channel and business to be and how that fits into your life. Now, this is a topic that's probably a bit deep for this video, but I have actually made a video going over all of this process and how to create this plan for yourself. And if you'd like to watch that one, I'll leave a link to that down in the description, which you can watch after this one. Okay, so assuming we've done all that, we know what we want our endpoint to be. Now it's about creating content that moves us in that direction. Now, while I say you want to have an idea of where you're going, This is still a learning and testing phase, so that means putting out content you think is going to move you in that direction because you can't be certain at this stage. As you are creating more content, you will be looking at views, yes, but you also want to look at who is coming to the channel and whether they feel like the right people that you want to bring in that could become customers. And this just means reading and engaging with the viewers in the comments and getting a sense of who they are and the main problems that they have. Something else you'll be doing at this stage is building the habits of creating content, because it might take you a good few videos to get your first 100 subscribers. And this is really invaluable time for building the right habits to create consistently while showing yourself you can stick at it. Now, like I said, we're building businesses here. So while you might not think that you should have a product at this stage with your channel being so new, the truth is you should have something right from the very beginning that you can sell, and something that is basically just a logical next step to solving the same problem that your channel actually solves, albeit on a deeper level and with more support. Again, that video I referenced does go deeper on this, but this could be having some sort of one-to-one service or coaching offer where you work with people directly to help them achieve a transformation.
Okay.
And this is a really quick and easy way to create an offer that will sell, as well as make you some money early on to really get your motivation going and just turning that channel into a business right from the very beginning. And honestly, you don't have to get much more complicated than that at this stage. And really, we're just looking to get those first customers and get those customers genuine results, because this is what's going to give you the confidence in what you have to offer, while also collecting those valuable first testimonials and actually giving you the confidence that you can actually get results for people when you are working with them in this way. Now, at this stage, your channel is likely going to be pushed forward by the excitement of this new thing that you're doing, and you're going to have motivation because of that. But even so, a key to sticking with it comes down to two things at this stage. First, and I know it's hard, but don't look at your numbers. Just focus on your reps. Now, you're going to look at your numbers. We all do, but just try your best to not put any weight on them at this stage. Instead,
Wait a minute, man. You got me. Dude, you all over the place. You're confusing me, man. So I'm gonna try to stay up, man. Okay, from this point on, let's stay up. Let's just say that's 50-50 on what he's saying. If you start a YouTube channel and if you don't have a product or a service, you're just trying to do YouTube. That's for beginners. Let's say if you do have a product or service, I'm trying to sell this water. You want to get your YouTube videos up and tell a storyline about this water. He's skipping a lot of things for beginners. I try to focus more 100% on beginners that want to do this the correct way. So let's go.
Instead, really your success metric should be whether or not you keep showing up and you keep creating. The second thing is to accept that this is going to take time. There's a lot of talk in the YouTube growth space about, how it's in easy mode and how you can achieve massive success in little time. But the truth is, for the vast majority, it just doesn't work like that. And really, it might take 2 to 3 years or maybe more to actually get this thing where you want it to be. And this is why it's so important to...
Don't say that. Please don't say that. Don't believe that. Please don't believe that. 2 or 3 years? Man, you're going to people clicking away from your video.
For the vast majority, it just doesn't work like that. And really, it might take 2 to 3 years or maybe more to actually get this thing where you want it to be. Nah. 2 or 3 years. It depends on where you want it to be. If you want 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch time, it shouldn't take 2 to 3 years. That's way too long. Oh my God, man. We have seen people get those type of numbers in 2 or 3 months. That's Growth Formula. Here we go. And this is why it's so important to start with the end in mind and figure out what you really want. Because if you're doing work you really enjoy while moving towards a deeply motivating goal, that is the thing that's going to keep you going and keep you in the game for the long haul to achieve these things that you want to achieve. And once you've made it through this stage and you've hit your 100 subscriber milestone, that already puts you in the top 63% of channels on YouTube, which will then move us on to stage 2.
Stage 2, here we go.
Which I'm calling getting traction, with your next goal being to hit 1,000 subscribers. And before you ask, yes, I did raid my kids' craft cupboard for these images, and no, they didn't make them. Okay, so as you move through this stage, you'll begin to better understand what works and what doesn't, along with what you want to create and what you don't. But realistically, you're still in the really early stages of this. So while you will be working to produce more of what is working for your channel, it's still a phase where you have to have the freedom to try lots of different things, to learn from them as you make each and every video that comes out. What you should also be doing is starting to make intentional improvement. And this means looking at what you've been doing and asking, how could I make small improvements to each video? This might be improving the lighting, your delivery and how you're speaking on camera, maybe the topics you're talking about, or how you break down the knowledge that you want to share. And a really good way to find these improvements and get inspiration for these improvements is just to go out there and look at what other creators are doing, both in...
Or you can get a coach to help teach you on what it is that you need to be doing. Like, for example, you looking at yourself, man, it's not going to do it. You have to become a producer. I have produced music and all kinds of films or whatever for years, so I know what to look for. A lot of people that's just beginning, they don't know what to look for. And I think the information that he's given is good. It's great information, but it's a little more on the advanced side, no matter what. It's more on the advanced side than just, you can't just look at somebody else and say, well, I'm going to compare him to me. You got to get really, really nitpicky. Like, for example, the people that's getting a lot of views and a lot of subscribers, how long is their intro compared to your intro? For example, everybody else's intro was like 15 seconds, no more than 20 seconds. Ours was 1 minute long. Nobody said, well, I looked at it and basically they got an intro, I got an intro. But what's wrong with my intro compared to their intro? What the problem is, our intro was too long, so people skip over it. Once people start skipping through your video, YouTube sees that. They didn't watch the whole video. They skipping stuff. So that's more of an advance to give people examples. Clarity. It's all about clarity. That's it. You got to just be clear. Here we go.
In your niche and also outside of it, and taking inspiration from their videos and how you can improve yourself. Now, I say that, don't just try and do everything that they do right from the very beginning, because they likely took years to get there themselves. But like I said, just use it as inspiration for your own incremental gains and incremental improvements. And this advice is really important for those that have just a few hundred subscribers after making hundreds of videos, because if you only have that many subscribers after making all those videos and it's your goal to reach, much bigger numbers and grow a business, you need to have an honest chat with yourself and ask whether you're really doing enough to grow. Because if that's the only progress you've seen, then chances are then things aren't going to change much if you make 100 more videos. So it's about taking a step back and considering how can you improve things for the better to start moving in the direction you want. And trust me, I know it's easy to just go through the motions and just hope that the situation gets better, but the improvements won't come if you don't truly work for them. Okay, so on the product side, by now you should be getting your first few clients and starting to work with people to solve their problems. This is going to help you better understand their problems, as well as developing your methodology in how you want to solve them, which is something that is going to help you massively when it comes to building more scalable products later. Two important things to do at this stage is to begin collecting the testimonials of the people that you are working with, and something that you can display in your videos when it's relevant to do that, or on the landing pages where you're actually asking people to sign up to actually work with you. The other thing you should definitely be doing at this stage is building your email list. And this means just creating a simple but genuinely valuable lead magnet to get your ideal customers onto that email list. And this could just be a downloadable PDF that explains a process or, gives them information that's valuable to them.
This video is way too advanced. He talking about building an email list. I think he's gearing more toward, this is nowhere near beginners. It's more of an advanced video, and I apologize because people are sending me these videos and everything. But the start a YouTube channel, I suggest you got that vidIQ and all these other plugins. I would recommend not to use any of this stuff. What you want to do is you want to learn every fundamental part of how this thing works, right? Clarity. You have to get clarity on everything. Why do a thumbnail? Why not just put the video up there? Okay, right now I can't do thumbnails. I don't even, what's the sizes of the thumbnails? He talking about collecting emails. I just want people to watch my video. This is how beginners think. I just want somebody to watch my videos. And for 5 years, that's all I wanted. I wasn't collecting no emails, and I teach all kinds of classes. But I was learning the fundamentals of YouTubing first. Now that I understand YouTubing and I'm running a course, now I want to collect people emails. Why do you want to collect people emails? So you can upsell them on different things. You know, you trade off, I'm going to give somebody something for free so I can get your email. You know, them days used to work. Now these days, that don't even work anymore. I'm going to tell you what works. Not guessing. Don't guess at this anymore. 7-day clarity. All you have to do is, let me get my notes together. In 7 days, you will stop guessing, because I'm going to show you step by step how to the growth formula. Growth starts with clarity. After clarity is structure. After structure, you got to protect your focus. Structure protects your focus. After your focus, you reveal patterns. Once you start understanding what patterns is working, and you keep doing those patterns over and over again, growth has no other choice but to show its beautiful face. That's the growth formula. It's stages in the growth formula. People give up because they think they failed. Failure lets you know that don't do that anymore. Failure lets you know, well, don't do that anymore. Well, I tried it this way, it don't work that way. You're not figuring out what everybody else in the world, we know it works. We know the system works. Why? Because so many people are millionaires because of this thing. All you got to do is figure out your formula. That's it. I don't know no other way to put it. Collecting emails is not the formula. You got to get clarity first. I'm going to get on up out of here, man. Hey, y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.